answer, then I'm not just giving you information that's going to go away. If you ask a question, you have a whole, and I help you to find the answer, it becomes part of you. This becomes part of how you think. It changes your mind. That's learning. Right? So, what I want you to do today is learn, and that means we need questions. If you don't have any questions, then I'm just talking. I get money for talking, and at the end of the day, the only difference out of 20 people, the only difference is that I have more money. And I don't like that. So, I want you guys to learn something today. So what do you want to ask about? There are many things you can ask about learning language. So, where do you want to start? What do you think is the hardest thing about learning English? Let's start there. Talking. Okay. So, how can you make your talking better? What do you need in order to talk in English?
Listening and reading.
That's one way you can practice, but what are the things that you need in order to talk in English? You need vocabulary, right? But you need more than just the words. If all you have is a list of words, do you know how to say them? If all you have is a list of words, do you know how to use them? Right? That's what grammar is, you know. Every language is made up of the same parts. Every language has sounds and words and sentences. We can all make the same sounds. My mouth is the same as your mouth, right? We're all human beings. We can all make the same sounds. Some things just take more practice. We put our sounds together and we make words. A word is an idea. Every language has words, has ideas. But if you want to use these words, then you need to have some way to connect them, right? Black, me, pen, right? Those are all words, but do you know what I'm saying? 你了解我的意思吗? I do it in Chinese. 黑色, 我, 笔, 血, right? My tones are probably wrong, but you get the idea. What's missing? I have the words. What don't I have? Grammar, right? What is grammar? In my list of words, what is black? Is it me or is it the pen?
I don't know.
You don't know. That's the problem, right? We don't know what the relationship between those words is. So if there's a word like black, and then there's a word like me, do they go together? Right? So, when we put words together into a sentence, we need grammar. Grammar is not a list of rules. Alright? 文法不是规则. 文法是关系. That's all grammar is. It shows you the relationships between words so that we can understand each other. So, can we start asking a few more questions then? If sounds are all the same, English uses some more that Chinese doesn't, Chinese uses some that English doesn't, but basically we can all make the same sounds. It's just a question of practice. sentences 都是一样。Every sentence has the same basic requirements. Every language that uses sentences need a subject and verb. We need to know who does what. That's what we need. We can add more ideas, and we need to know the relationships between the words so we can put more ideas together. But basically, a sentence is just somebody or something does an action. So, if Chinese and English are not that different, where's the problem? So if you want to practice talking, what do we need to build? What do we need to learn first? If you want to practice speaking, the words are not enough. 发音也需要，文法也需要。So what do you want to do today? If you guys can ask the questions, then you're actively learning. If you just sit there while the teacher talks and you're not learning, you're just being taught. So, what? Nobody has any questions? Okay, let's try something then. 音有没有问题？发音
No.
No? Okay. Grammar. Anybody want to do grammar today? Yay, fun grammar. Anyone? No? Grammar's lots of fun. Okay. What about the words themselves? This is one place where Chinese and English are quite different because Chinese words have no spelling, right? A Chinese word is a picture. An English word is not. An English word, we spell the sounds, right? So English words and Chinese words are quite different. How do you learn words? What can you do to learn more words so that you can use them when you talk or when you write? How do you learn words?
Right.
You can practice writing them. How do you learn new words?
Chat.
By chatting? Well, if you ask people what the words mean, then you can learn them that way, right? How do you learn words?
First dictionary.
But you see, this is already the answer. You don't learn words. That's the problem. 你们都没有学英文的字。没教 yeah, 可以 right? You wait for people to teach you the words. If you look words up in a dictionary, that's learning. But then how can you do it well? How can you do it so it's a good use for your time? Right? The problem is, most of you don't want to learn English words. You want someone to just teach you. Right? Because it's easier, it's faster. 比较快，比较简单. Alright, one question. Can you learn anything fast and easy? 有没有办法学快跟简单？有没有？ Alright? You cannot learn something, really learn something fast and easy. It doesn't happen. So, what's the solution? What do we do instead? Well, if I want to learn something in Chinese, what should I do? If I want to learn Chinese words,
Google.
错，不对。 really bad answer. Why? Why is Google a bad answer?
You cannot sure is right information.
That's a good reason right there. You don't know if the answer is right or not. All right? How does a search engine work? How does Google work? Is there a list of information, and when you ask the question, it finds the answer? Or, when you ask a question, Google looks for all of the other questions that people ask, and it guesses, oh, I know what you're asking, this is the answer you want. That's how Google works. It tries to guess what you want. It doesn't understand your question. If you put in a word in Google and you just ask it to translate, it doesn't know what you want. Google Translate, fire. You know, like there's a fire in the library and everybody says fire, 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 and you don't know how to tell your Chinese friend. So you look up the word fire in the dictionary, but you don't use a dictionary, you use Google. So, will Google tell you, well, yeah, absolutely? Or what if it tells you you're going to lose your job? Because that also means fire in English. Fire isn't just Huo. Fire has many other meanings. If I look up Huo in the dictionary, will it only tell me fire? There are many other meanings. Part of the problem with Google is that it tries to guess what you want. Why does Google guess what you want? When you chat on your cell phone, you know, you start to write a word, you know, I start typing in CE, and what will the phone say? Maybe it will say cell phone, but what else could start with